Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Omoyega Oluwatosin, and this is a style that my client sent to me. So let's cut it together. Guys, welcome back to my page, my channel, whatsoever platform you're watching me on. My name is Omoyega Oluwatosin, and in today's video, I am going to show you how to cut a maxi gown. I have a lace fabric here, and I'll be using this lace fabric to cut out the design. Now, the first thing you want to do, you want to fold your pattern, making sure that the wrong side is facing you. Now, you fold it, the width of your fold should be your hip measurement plus 1.5 inches. The um sewing allowance that I'll be adding to this dress is 1.5 inches. Now the next thing you want to do is to check out the hem of this dress. Now I'm not going to add anything along, I'm not going to add any seam allowance along the hem, because this is how the hem of the other side of this fabric look like. And let me zoom it in so that you can see how the hem look like. So for the hem, we're just going in with our scissors to just cut out the hem like this, following the shape or design that this hem has. So we are not going to add any hem allowance. So if your fabric is like this, don't add any hem allowance. But if it's not like this, make sure you have your 1.5 inches hem allowance. Now the next thing we want to do from here, like I told you earlier on, whenever I want to use the hem of my pattern, I usually go ahead to take the measurement from the hem. So now the hem, I'm going to place the tape on the hem and mark 50. It's not up to 58 inches. My client's length is 58 inches, and this is not up to 58 inches. So we are going to add some amount to the hem of this dress. So we have 56 inches here, and I'm going to work with that 56 inches. Now the first thing you want to do, you want to do a straight line. This straight line is going to be your shoulder line. I don't know if you can see this. This is our straight line. It's going to be the shoulder line of this dress. Now the next thing you want to do, you want to mark the bust measurement, the waist and the hip line. So I'm coming in here to mark the bust point for the line, which is what our bust point is 11.5. We are going to mark 12 because we're going to stitch the upper part of this. So we're just going to rule a line. God, this is difficult though, because the fabric has hole and it's making it difficult for me to. Okay, now we have the bust line measurement, and from that top line, which is also our shoulder line, let me bring this, I don't know if you can see, from that top line, which is also our shoulder line, I'm going to mark the waist measurement. The waist measurement is also known as the waist half length is 17.5. I'm going in to mark 18 inches and rule a line across this 18 inches. Now we are going to mark the hip line. The hip line from the waistline for this client is 8.5 inches. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to apply our measurement. The back shoulder measurement is 16. We have 8 inches, so you're going to mark 8 inches here on the shoulder line. And on this part, the neck width is going to be 3.5 inches. The neck depth is going to be 3.5 inches. I'm using the same thing as the neck width. And from the shoulder point, I'm going to come down by 1 inches and connect it with a straight line to meet the neck width. Now for the there's some things you people don't get to see when we film videos. That's just like I felt like I wanted to faint just now. Just standing and there's light. I don't know why I'm setting this porch. It's not the way that I think the Disney came from my stomach. Tired. Let me rest a bit before I continue. I had a little setback while filming this video. I felt dizzy. So now I came down from the shoulder point. I came down 1 inches to get our shoulder slant. Then I measured from the shoulder point 8 inches. Yeah, the 8 inches is my client's round armhole measurement. Our round armhole measurement is nine. I came down 9 inches, not 8 inches. It was 19. It was 18. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I came down 9 inches. And from this 9 inches point, I rule a straight line. This is going to be our chest line. Now from the chest line, I mark the 8 inches that we mark on the shoulder line. I mark it here to get a straight line. Now we are going to measure half of this line. So it gave me 4.5. And I'm going to come in here. I'm going to come in here 1/8 of an inch. Once I film this front part, I'm going to rest. 1/8 of an inch. On the bust part, my client's bust measurement is 47. So I'm going to divide 47 by 4 and mark it on the chest line. So I have 11.75, and I'm going to mark my 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. I don't know why I'm feeling so dizzy today. Once I'm done filming like that, I'm going to sleep. On the waistline, my current waist measurement, let me rest. So they'll continue later. I'm tired. I'm just feeling dizzy. Okay. On the waistline is 38. 38 plus divided by 4 we give yours 8.5 inches. I forgot to tell you that if you are going to wear another clothes underneath something like this, like the style we are cutting, please make sure you add ace. For we call it the wearing heels. So now we are adding 2 inches to the bust, waist and hip of this client. So if the person's waist is 38 and you add 2 inches to it and you divide the 2 inches by the 40 inches by 4, you have 10 inches. So you're going to mark 10 inches and you had your 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Now on the hip part, my client's hip is 44.5. Now the bust is 47.5. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mark the bust measurements here on the hip line. What we have on the bust line, we have 13, we have 12 and 7/5, that is 12.5 1/4. You're going to repeat the same thing here because you don't want the client's dress to be looking awkward. So now this is it. This is what we have. The bust is more than the waist, so you don't want to you don't want to don't want to have a situation where you are marking your client's measurement and it's going this way. Let's just assume it's 44. 44 divided by 4 we give you 11 or 11.5. It's going to look somehow. You don't want that, so mark the bust measurements on the hip line. So you're going to mark what you have on the hip line at the hem line. You mark the same thing on the hem line, and you're going to connect this to the hip line. I'm just trying to sort out this pattern because I'm so tired, like fucking tired. I don't know what happened to me today. I'm feeling dizzy, just managing myself to cut out this pattern. So this is what you should have at the end of the day. Now for the armhole, you're going to come in from your bust measurement line into this point. So that's that for the measurement. Now I'm going in with my scissors to cut out our pattern. So remember, we did not have sewing allowance to this, so go ahead and add your ½ inch sewing allowance on the armhole part. So that's what I just did. And now we're going to cut the side seam. Okay, cut it up to the hem. You're going to cut it up to the hem. Now that we are done cutting our arm, I'm just going in to make sure I cut out the arm overall. So this is what you should have at the end of the day. This is what the front piece of the pattern, this is what it should look like. As you can see, this is what the front piece of your pattern, this is what it should look like. Now we're going to set this aside and cut out the back. Please just ignore any sound that you hear. I don't know what's happening to me today. I'm feeling dizzy. I don't have asthma, so please don't think that I have asthma. We don't have this asthma in my family. So I don't know what's happening today. Hey guys, welcome back. So welcome back to the part 2 of this tutorial. For the back neckline, I'm going to do 1½ inches. So this is the 1½ inches. And because I'm going to add a slit to the back of this dress, make sure that you leave an opening. When I said I'm opening, because we are going to add zipper to the center back of this dress. You want to come in 2 inches before placing the front on the back pattern. I'm just trying to use a straight line to get this 2 inches so that when I'm sewing, I'll know on which line to sew on. So the next thing you want to do for the armhole, you want to come out 1/4 inch from the mid armhole and draw a new armhole, because the front armhole is narrower than the back armhole. And that's that for the pattern. The next thing you want to do, you want to go in and cut out your pattern. I think I'm a bit better now. So I'm just going in. This dress doesn't have a gown. It's a maxi dress, but it doesn't have a gown. Is that so? Take notes. I'm done with that side. I'm going to cut this neckline, and for the back neckline, I'm going to cut 1½ inch. And then you want to go ahead and slit the center back, because it's going to have an opening and a slit at the center back. So let's move to the sleeve. Please always tell your clients when they are bringing their fabric, they should please, like I said, please Don't follow the mouth of the vendor. The vendor just want to sell her fabric. Sometimes that 2 inches is not enough for you. That 2 inches is not enough for you. Please, so they just want to sell. Allow the tailor to tell you how much fabric you need for your dress. So now that we are done with that part, I'm just coming in here to trim off the hem, and this is how we are going to do it. Just going to follow the pattern and cut it out like the way you see me doing. If yours have a design had the hem like this is how you're going to finish off the hem line. You're not going to add the zipper because you want to leave the design edge. At the sweep of your maxi gown. See what we have here. I'm going to repeat the same thing here. So this is how the edge end part of the gown is going to look like. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumb up, like and share my video. So let's cut the sleeve. Let's cut the sleeve. Let me check out the sleeve before we cut it out. This is what is left of the fabric. This is what is left of it. So you're going to use it like that. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's cut the sleeve of this maxi gown that we are cutting. Now this is what is left of the fabric. We're going to use it like that. Now I'm just going in to fold the fabric twice. Let me fold again. Okay, I folded twice. The width of my fold is the round armhole, which is 18 inches minus 1 inch. Then I added the sewing allowance. So 18 inches divided by 2 is 8, minus 1 inch is 9, minus 1 inch will give you 8. Then I added my sewing allowance. Now let's cut the upper part of the sleeve. Now this is the sleeve, and my client's sleeve length is 18 inches. We have minimal fabric to work with. Minimum fabric is limited fabric to work with. So now I'm just going in to, from the top line, I'm going to mark 5.5 inches, which is standard for the cap height. So I have my 5.5 inches. So on this line now, I'm going to mark half of my round armhole, which is 9 inches. So we have 9 here from the center front of the sleeve. From the center of this, the folded part of the sleeve, you're going to place the tape here and mark the 9 inches on the cap height that you just drew. So these are 9 inches. Now on this part, you're going to measure and mark half of the upper round arm is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give you 8. So this is the 8 inches. Now you're going to curve in your armhole. So this is the armhole that we have, and don't forget to add your seam allowance, which is 1 inch. So I'm just going in to cut out the armhole for this tutorial. So we have a 1 inch seam allowance that we added. I'm just making sure that this point is straight, this part is straight. So make sure that we have a very straight line. Now because the front is a bit narrower than the back, so we're going to cut out the front to make it a bit narrower. So this is what you should have at the end of the day. If you notice, the front is a bit narrower than the back. This cut, let's measure what we have here. From here to here we have 8.5, so we are going to cut 8.5 3 times for the length of the balloon design. God help me, oh my stomach. I think this down part will do the magic. So I'm just coming 8.5 times 3. Let me do that. 8.5. God, I'm so tired. Oh, God help me. Let me just quickly finish this. We have 34 inches. So 34 plus sewing allowance, that is 36. Half of 36 will give you 18. So now we have our 18. That's the exact amount that we have here. That's the exact amount that we have here. Now we are going to mark 14 inches from the hem. We're going to mark 14 inches. Where's the chalk? Hold up. Let me just quickly do this thing on this. So we're going to mark 14 inches from the hem. It will account for the whole length. So we have 14 inches here. We're going to mark 14 inches here. So we're going to cut it out. So we're going to cut this in half. So this is for the armhole. This is for the sleeve. So that's that for the sleeve. This for the sleeve. Let's set this aside and cut the long strap that will goes from the center neck up to the hem of the dress. So we are going to cut 7 inches because we want it to be 3 inches wide. So we're going to cut 8 inches because we're going to fold it and stitch it together before we start putting it on the dress. So this is what we have. So we're going to cut 8 inches a long strap that is 8 inches long and the width is 8, that is 8 inches in width, and the length is going to be long. You need enough that will goes from the center neckline up to the hem of the dress. So I think I need to cut 2 pieces of this. I will cut another one. Let me see, will this be enough? No, I'm not sure it's not going to be enough, so I'm going to cut another one by just placing this on the fabric and cut out another one, because we're going to place this into the center front of the maxi gown. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumb up, like and share my video, and thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. So these are all our pattern pieces. This is the front, this is the back, and this is the full length. We have our sleeve with the part that we're going to gather into the sleeve. So we have the strap that will goes into the center front of the gown. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day and bye.